So these are my buried sources. So I have these shoebox things of sand. They're pretty much the official buried size containers for AKC that I do. So when I'm using them, I take this off and I use these cookie sheets, baking cooling racks that go on top, and basically that keeps my dog from being able to push and get their nose directly onto the sand. So this is a typical setup of what you'll see presented in a trial. And then this is, I will open this up and put the scented Q-tip in that, and then that'll get buried all the way down to the bottom. So basically what you're looking for is metal, because it's not going to hold the scent as long in case you need to change scent sources and wanted to use a different type of scent, like, you know, switching from birch to anise or something like that. And so these are going to kind of basically hold the sand from drowning the source, and then it's going to create a little pocket that'll let the scent rise up to the surface. So, and you'll see here, that's my hot one. I have it marked with a red dot, so I know that that's the one that has contained scent in it before. And I basically have 4 of the exact same setup. What a lot of people do so that they don't have to have this much sand, because these are heavy. Like, these are not very portable. I just work these basically in the garage here. What a lot of people do will take like a container like this and put the scent source at the bottom in a smaller thing, like a little straw or something like that, and then fill this with sand and then put this inside of the container, so you have like the same setup as this, but with just a small amount of sand. Obviously you would need to have all the same setup in each one, so you'd have to have the blank ones of these as well as the one that's hot. But a lot of people will do that to not have to have the heavy boxes to deal with. I have room in my garage to store all these, so I just went ahead and went for it. I really like having things as close to real as possible, what they're going to see in a trial setting. But so that's my setup. It's these size boxes with play sand, and I just get the play sand at the hardware store. It's brand new sand. And I keep them covered whenever I'm not using them, so that there's not a lot of other scent sort of permeating that. So that's my buried source setup. For handler discrimination, basically the big key here is you need to have a way to handle stuff that your scent doesn't get on any of it, because then that's just going to completely, you know, ruin the whole thing if you're trying to do this training on your own. So these are odor-proof bags that I got for hiking. So I got these at REI. I just happen to have that sort of stuff for my own use, but you can also order them online. They're, I think they're called odor sacks or something like that, or op sacks. And so this pair of tongs just lives in here. I've basically never touched these without wearing gloves. So I'll put gloves on and then open this up and take those tongs out, and I will put gloves on and open this up, use the tongs to pull out the ones that I'm going to put that I'm not scented. So these are the ones that are brand new. I've never touched them. And they'll basically be the ones that'll go into the containers that I've not touched. And then I also have boxes that I've never touched that I only handle with gloves or with tongs, and those are in the room and inside the house in a closet completely away from all this stuff, so I don't ever touch those things. And then basically I do this, and then I have socks that I have touched that I would then put in the hot box that I'm going to put out there. But this is what I was talking about having tongs and having socks that you've never touched, so that you're able to set up your handler discrimination. If you have a partner who can set that up for you, that's ideal, because basically they set everything out. Obviously, wearing gloves is still a good idea, just so that you have those sources as clean as possible for future use. But then basically they would use the tongs to take the glove from you and stick it in the hot box and then put it out there for you.